Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the country's biggest stars and some of my favourite people. And we've got three for you today. Three Newcastle legends here at the Theatre Royal Newcastle for Goldilocks and the Three Bears, a terrific panto that I've just seen. Guys, how are you?
Good, thank you, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Good.
I mean, you don't stop and you're so full of energy. How do you do it?
Well, it's just, you've got to keep your stamina up and you've just got a Red Bull, lots of Iron Brew, and lots of paracetamol.
And it's so different and so unique. There's never been a show like it. That's probably the best compliment I can pay you, Clive.
Well, thank you very much, yeah. And it is different because we've got all the circus acts in it. I mean, I think it's the only pantomime in the country with motorbikes in it, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's so exciting. You open Act 2 and the children's faces. I mean, it is dangerous. This show is a health and safety nightmare.
It is dangerous, and of course, as you know in the fairy tale, Goldilocks has a motorbike. I mean, it's got to be said, it's got to be done.
Not four going at 700 miles an hour, though.
No. Well, they didn't go that fast in her day.
Chris, let's talk about you. I mean, you bring the glamour and the ritz and the glitz and other things too. And I mean, one of your frocks is frankly outrageous.
Which one's that?
Well, the one with the knockers. Not everybody likes it.
You know, the knockers.
The slapper one.
Is it fun being you? I mean, you get to walk on and you have to do nothing. They love you before you even speak.
And I'm really lucky to be in Newcastle in a brilliant, fantastic pantomime and working with a great cast.
And you've done it forever. I mean, 14 years on that stage. 14. You've built this reputation and people come with expectation. And the worst thing is every year you've almost got to do bigger and better and they love you for it. There's a great responsibility, isn't there, really?
That's one of the biggest pressures, every year. We came 14 years ago and it was a normal traditional pantomime. And every year, with Michael Harrison, the producer, and the three of us have built it up, and you've got with new ideas, new special effects, new comedy routines, and they do expect something bigger every year.
Michael gives you a beautiful show, let's face it. He gives you great lighting and a great set, but you are the energy and the drive behind it collectively, the three of you. I suppose to be given that privilege of such a huge show must be a thrill, because not everybody gets that, do they?
No, they don't, but it is a good marriage, the spectacle and the crazy comedy. The last lot to do it was the Crazy Gang, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When they had all the spectacle and the crazy comedy, and so we've done it again. Thank goodness, And
Clive, look at you. I mean, when you do the 12 Days of Christmas, if you don't mind me saying, I think they need a paramedic on hand. It's a lot of work. That
Gas
isn't it?
Yes, there is. I have the gas. I have a gas.
Not bad for a 90-year-old, is he?
And the doctor on speed dial.
It's the longest running panto in the UK, and you choose to do the hardest routine of them all. Why? You could make life so much easier for yourself.
Well, no, not really. It keeps me fit. It keeps me fit and knackered.
You still look like you love it, and you've got that sort of Ken Dodd energy about you on stage, and trying to keep up with your son who's there sort of stealing every moment isn't easy, but that chemistry is so beautiful. It must be great to watch each other work.
Well, it is, and I'm very proud of him.
Well, we've worked together for that long now that we finish each other's
sentences.
Hey.
The warmth you get from the crowd when you come on collectively, the three of you. I mean, to be the big face on the poster, because let's face it, they could afford any big star and they choose not to. I mean, that must be a great thrill for you because they could put anyone in.
Well, Chris is really cheap.
And available.
But I'm lucky I'm from Newcastle, so I've got a brilliant crowd.
And they are amazing. And what's wonderful about this as well, you play on the local stuff. It's not just one of these generic pantos with a generic script. I mean, all the way through there's these great gags, local gags. And they love that, don't they?
Yeah, they all love it.
Especially the Geordie audience.
Yeah,
I think more than anywhere else in the country. It's, with it being localised, they love that, they're so passionate and they're so patriot about everything, their football, their pantomime, and Newcastle audiences.
And then one of the most beautiful scenes is the car scene. Again, it's got to go wrong to get laughs. Are you nervous that it might not go wrong?
Well, in the past, so there's a few different levers in there. Yeah. There's a lever that just releases one little bit, and a lever, and there's one lever that sends the whole car, the whole thing drops to bits, and that's the last lever. Well, we drive on, and Dad grabs the wrong handle, pulls it, it's at the top of the routine, 8 minutes to go, and the whole thing blows to bits. And then we've got to fill 8 minutes.
You go back to that wonderful era of the great double acts that there really aren't anymore. I mean, you are the sort of living embodiment of that. It must be thrilling to know each other so well so you can get out of any mess.
Yeah, and I think there's very few people doing what we do now, you know, the physical slapstick comedy. There's really no one. And we tour as well throughout the rest of the year with all the props and the things, and it is hard work having all the gear and doing the physical stuff, but no one does it. You know, all these kids, they've never seen Norman Wisdom, they've never seen Lauren Hardy, they've never seen slapstick really anywhere. So it's good to keep it going and keep it fresh.
And I haven't seen anyone on a stage with such energy as you since Lee Evans. It's beautiful to see what you do, and that's so infectious, especially on a 1 o'clock on a Sunday when that audience is there, standing ovation, waiting for you. Right. And that is my next question. Where do you pull it out of the bag when you get to the end of the 10 shows at the end of the week?
This week especially, we're on a 14-show week because we did 2 dress rehearsals before we opened. Yeah. So this week especially is really hard going. But when you get out there and you get the crowd and you get... It changes. You know, we're in the wings and we're all like... But as soon as you walk out there and you see 1,000 people...
One of the things I loved the most was the band. That really rocks the place, and the sound system is fantastic. And it might seem like nothing, but the music is so powerful. And you get to shine in this, and you get to sing and dance.
Numbers this year. The most ever.
I hope they're paying you more.
No. Maybe next year.
Tell me about Goldilocks and bringing it to the Panto, because it's really done. I mean, I think there's probably the only one in the country this year.
I think it is.
I don't know where else there is. None of that Goldilocks, is there? When was the last time here? 24 years ago or something? With Bobby Davro, that was the last time they did Goldilocks here.
It's a wonder why they don't do it more, because it's so perfect for Panto. It gives you so many opportunities to muck about and play to Circus and people like that. And let's talk about the special acts in this. I mean, they're Vegas standard, aren't they? They're incredible.
Oh, they're huge. And Michael went all around the world looking for them, all over Europe, looking for the best ones he could get. And I think, you know, these are the best of the best.
Nigel Havers is playing the understudy at the Palladium. I was thinking I could be the girl who goes round on the thing on the skates, and he could spin me around. If you need anyone, I mean, who do I ask?
We'll go and rehearse now.
I mean, and that's what's amazing about Circus. These people spend their whole lives creating these acts to stick in your show for 3 minutes. And what a privilege to have them to make you look amazing.
Oh, unbelievable. It's like Alfie the juggler. He juggles 8 balls. 8 balls for any juggler is a massive thing. And he just does it as if it's just... There you go, I've done 8 balls and on we go.
But you've got 9 balls.
I've got 9 balls, yes. I juggle my 9 balls.
Do you get a Christmas? I mean, here you are at this theatre, and it's the longest run in the country. It's the fast selling Panto in the country. 8 weeks of non-stop gigs. What's your Christmas day like?
Sleep. Basically, sleep. I've never seen a whole day at Christmas.
That's because he's normally drunk.
That's that sherry, isn't it? What's it like for you walking out, Clive? I mean, of all the people on the stage, you've been doing it the longest and you've been wowing audiences. Is it still as magical today to walk out there in 2018 and know you're still relevant, you're still in the most popular pantomime in Britain and the longest running?
Well, it is. It is, and it's gone through a whole thing since the first one I did. And Pantomime was definitely on the slide in the 70s and 80s and that time, you know. And now it's come back, but it's come back over the last 3 or 4 years, hasn't it?
It's changed a hell of a
big style with Michael and doing it, and the Palladium. So it's great. It's like it's just another.
I think what Michael's doing very clever. He's kept the core of what pantomime is, the fun and the comedy and the core, but he's put these huge special effects and these huge, just unbelievable sets. So he's married the two, which is a winning formula.
I mean, you'd expect something like this in the West End. Really, it's West End standard, isn't it? Really, when you look at it.
What about your frocks? I mean, we need to talk to them. Firstly, how many are there?
12.
12
costume changes.
And he makes them all himself.
Not this year.
Not this year, doesn't. No. He's too big for
it's
that.
a year-long project for you, isn't it?
It's sorted out. I'm starting on next year now.
Yeah.
on Beauty and the Beast.
And he's not even in it.
He sits in front of the fire with his knitting and everything. That's why his legs are all muffled.
When is the point when you know that they're too outrageous? Because these things get more and more silly every year and more brilliant. Is there a point you go, come on, I can't go that far?
It gets harder and harder now because there is people outside wearing stuff we're out on stage. That's the problem.
That's Newcastle for you.
And that's his friends.
Guys, congratulations. This is a beautiful show. You've got to see it to believe it, really. It's nothing like any other pantomime in history. It's so big and so dangerous. I hope you get to the end of the season, because, I mean, you're pushing it as far as theatre can go twice a day, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like you're saying, with the acts and what I do at the end of that one, you've got to do it twice a day, and Fingers crossed.
You're a remarkable talent, Clive. Lovely to see you. And again, Chris, you're terrific in this, and the audience love all three of you collectively. Three of the biggest stars in Panto in the UK, in history. It's not bad to say that. Here at the Newcastle Theatre Royal, through until the 20th of January 2019. Have an amazing run. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.